bitches, this is Levi from Masculine Intuition Readings, and I come to you bearing this really super cute little Lenormand deck that I got from my ever so gracious and kind friend Logan from Lilac Legend. This isn't out yet, but this will be a Kickstarter soon, I believe mid-September somewhere, and it's fabulous. So Logan and I share a love for all things Sailor Moon kawaii anime, and this really fills my card captor Sakura loving heart with joy. The deck comes in this gorgeous book box with the lovely holographic gold foil, like that, you know, the magnetic box, and it has these cute cards on the back, gorgeous foiling. Maybe it's not holographic gold. It does seem to have sort of a holographic glimmer, but whatever. Text on the back, and there's actually, I don't know if you can tell, but I love these little details. You can kind of tell. Spot gloss on the sides of the box, but it's very subtle, it's very cute. You can kind of see it. Anyway, so when you open up the deck, this is what the inside of the box looks like. You're not going to see this because this is not what it looked like, but there are multiple person cards in here, and I only use 2 person cards in my Lenormand deck, so I put those up top. There's a really cute little guidebook where you know, Logan displays his extensive knowledge of Lenormand, and I love that. You know, and also what I really liked, isn't afraid to own up to things he maybe doesn't know. For example, the playing card associations, he doesn't touch on those in his readings, and neither do I when I do my readings. So, and then we get really nice short meaning explanations that are really well written, really cute, some extra educational materials, and a little bit of thanks. So it's a really cute little guidebook. Logan has actually created a couple of Lenormand decks, and I mean, it looks good, but the Precious Possum Lenormand is not for me because I fucking hate possums, sorry. And then he did the black salt and the pink salt, pink sugar, I don't know, I forget, Lenormand, which I found out about through Martin, and I like that. But then he did the black salt tarot, which I also happen to have right here, and I completely lost my shit. And then he asked me if I wanted a preview copy of this deck. I kind of expected a make playing cards affair, but this is the full-fledged thing. So really good quality stuff. I actually love the paper quality of the guidebook as well. That's another dream of mine to once have. But I've already read with this, I've already played with this, so this is not in any order by any means. But I love the gorgeous lilac edges, really high quality. I love the backs. It's you know, like I said, very kawaii, very Japanime, very manga, very, I don't know, like, if Candy had a divination deck, this will probably be it. Those vibes. Loving it. And, you know, the fun thing about Lenormand and creating a Lenormand deck is that Lenormand is very simple. It is what it is. A bouquet is a bouquet, a ring is a ring, so there's not really a need to make things really difficult as a designer, but within those confinements, you can really let your freak flag fly. So I love that we get these flesh-eating plants in the bouquet. Really cool. Love this star line work. Really definitely getting sort of a Sailor Moon pendant vibe here, so I love that. And I don't know, I always have a thing for strong line work, and you know, Logan is very good at that. Also the brushes he used, and there's sort of this texture going on within the colors. I like that a lot. I love this clover with the little ladybug up top, like, you know, he adds little bits and bobs to the symbols without overcomplicating them, which, you know, which is hard, but this does sometimes happen within Lenormand decks where, for example, if this ladybug would have been a lot bigger and a lot more dominant in the picture, it would have been a bit confusing for me, maybe. The Grimoire, really like that. And the Crossroads, so he does this thing where we sort of get this Lilac Lenormand fantasy language. Maybe this is Elvish, or I don't know. Does it say in the book? Because it does come up more, but it's not an actual font. That's what I know. Crossroads. Zelda games. Oh, they used the Gerudo alphabet from the Zelda games. That's where I recognize it from. It also kind of reminds me of the alphabet in Final Fantasy 13, but that's another story for another day. The Tamagotchi as the burden. I'm living. I mean, who didn't have one of these back in the 90s? I know I did. And once again, I can really appreciate the... I don't think I've seen this elegant line work from him in full color illustrations before. You know, giving me cel-shaded graphics vibes, and I'm really loving it. So yeah, I'm here for it. I'm really, really here for it. And I'm not here for a lot of Lenormand decks because, you know, Logan's gonna disagree, but I always am that bitch that screams, you only really need one. There's not a lot of different stories you can tell. But if you're gonna get one, that's not the standard blue owl or green owl or red owl Lenormand, and you kind of want to splurge on an indie one, I'd say that I haven't seen a lot of great ones that I like, but this is definitely one that I would spend money on. Another one that I really liked was the Magpie Lenormand, but I really, really dig this. So I love that the person cards are, you know, normally they're man and woman, whatever. I love that they're Switch controllers, which I really, really like. The knife is really cool. Everything just exudes sort of coolness. You know, like it. For example, this could be taken right out of the backdrop of a Darkstalkers video game, you know, like those fighting games that were kind of fantasy, cool, manga-esque drawings in them. This could be one of the fighting arena backgrounds. It's stunning, really, really stunning. Love this bear. And the fox, like, it's very, very based on Japanese influences, Japanese animation influences, and I love that Logan is like really embracing that. And I think illustration wise, this is definitely 10 steps ahead of the Precious Blossom Lenormand, if I may say so. Like, I love seeing someone's craft evolving and getting better with every deck. Like, I love seeing that stuff, especially when you like a creator. And this is not just with Logan, but this is even with creators that I don't have any contact with at all. I just love when I like the tools they make and the concepts and the ideas behind it. I love to follow them and watch them grow artistically. This anchor is probably one of my favorite cards right here. I love that sort of trident design. I think it's really, really cool. Oh, the key is upside down. That's interesting. No. So this is also giving me total Zelda vibes. And I do like that he, you know, in the guidebook has mentioned, although it's short, has mentioned some of his inspirations. So, oh, the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone key. Yes, this winged key was wholly inspired by that scene in Harry Potter. Really cool. Really, really cool. The mountain, love that. Also, once again, that Japanese cartoon-esque cloud design. Another player card. The clouds in that how do we call that again? In that crystal ball, obstructing the vision, you know? Like, it makes it, you know, like sometimes I think people take studying Lenormand too seriously when really when it's actually a really easy system to intuitively work with your symbolism knowledge. And if you really don't have any of that, you know, then yes, you need to study a lot. But to me, it's always clicked. The besom, I really like. Really, really cute, giving me, you know, girl wearing a thirsty wig, ponytail vibes. Really, really cute, though. The moon is upside down as well. What did I do with this deck, guys? I don't know. Some cards are upside down, so that's interesting. Loving this little lunar rabbit. Really adorable, really cute. The snake as well. I mean, and once again, loving those Asian culture references. I really dig that. The skater is dope as the rider, you know? And maybe these are things for an absolute beginner where you would be like, huh? But, you know, once you get past that absolute beginner point, whatever. I feel like this is actually a great way to learn. The house is really cute. The cat, I adore. Like, this is a Meowth, honestly. Like, this is definitely giving Meowth. And I like that there's a cat instead of a dog. Meowth, yeah, he mentions that in the guidebook. Really, really cute. Really adorable. Although it is giving more of a Persian vibe. But hey, Meowth, I got that. And the Zelda tree, which is really cute. Or the Kirby tree. Remember Kirby, guys? I used to play so much Kirby. The fish is really adorable as well. Aww. The child with the Game Boy DS. Really cool. And then the letter, and I'm sensing that this is once again, instead of a regular letter, we see a scroll. And this is probably also, yeah, that same Gerudo alphabet. You can Google and find the Gerudo alphabet key online. It reads as lyrics from one of my favorite songs by one of my favorite girl groups, the Spice Girls. And it's signed at the bottom with a U for Urbosa, a fave Zelda character. Cool. Really cool. The boat. So cute with that little will-o-wisp-esque figure leading it across the stream. Really cute sun. I also feel like I've seen this somewhere before. And I do get a kick out of him. Especially in a deck where the imagery itself doesn't really matter. Like, he literally could have drawn, you know, you can draw a 2-year-old's rendition of the sun on a card, and you can still read Lenormand fine with it. But I do appreciate the fact that when we do put effort into our art, it gets explained like this, you know? Not necessarily any gaming reference or pop cultural reference, but it is really cute, and I feel like I've seen it before. The grave, that's really dope. Let's see what this says then, because this has that alphabet on there as well. Funerary quote from famous drag queens Trixie and Katya. Oh, I already know. I already know what this says. I don't even need to look it up. She's giving death. She ate. I know that's what it says. The wand, which is the Sailor Moon wand. I mean, come on. I love Sailor Moon so much. Like, that anime is deep, y'all. Like, people forget how deep it is. Yeah, magical girl transformation. Moon, prism power, make up. There's a little spider here that I don't want to kill, but I might have to, but I've avoided killing it. The heart, gorgeous fuchsia flower, I think. Don't want to make a fool of myself. A bleeding heart flower. Okay. Okay, cool. And then the garden, look at how cute that is. With a little markers that say what plant it's going to become when it's all grown up. And last but not least, the ring. And I love having this fairy ring for a ring. So, stunning little Lenormand deck. Probably like one of my favorites. It actually kind of rekindled my love for Lenormand a little bit. Like, I go in and out of these. You know, I'm usually Tarot Oracle, but then sometimes I'm kind of more about that, how do you say, it's Mercury fucking retrograde, what the hell. Sometimes more about that old European cartomancy style reading cards like Lenormand, Kipper, Beline, Sibylla. And, you know, I just forgot how refreshingly direct they can be. Like I said, this shuffles really well. It has a gorgeous linen finish that doesn't really show up on camera that well because of the opaqueness of the color. But it is linen cardstock, like I said, and you could just hear by me. So let me show you how I would read these cards. Aww, we got our little bear. That's so cute. That's so cute. So, you know, I love Lenormand combinations. I think it's really, really cool. And, you know, it's very straightforward, which I like a lot. So we probably need to... This is funny. What this is giving me is, and this is very true for me right now, so it's annoying. It's giving, you know, laying that strong financial foundation. Make sure you keep enough resources. Keep your hand on your wallet. Sometimes maybe take a little bit of a bird's eye perspective so you can, you know, look at your resources from a little bit farther away. Don't be deluded about them, you know, like, and I know this is true. This is very true for me right now. And then, you know, my boyfriend's phone got stolen just now, so he had to, you know, have all his accounts blocked and locked. And I had to buy him a new phone, which he will pay me back, of course, but that kind of stuff, you know, like, that's money that I can't miss at this moment because, like I said, still recovering from New York financially. I love that city, but it's expensive as hell. Anyway, so yeah, this is the Lenormand telling me to stay on my tippy toes, and I will. And fabulous deck, Logan. I hope you watch this. I applaud you. Really fun. You know, how to make Lenormand fun. Well, you know, like, this is my way of doing that. Another, you know, deck that I love is the Magpie Lenormand, which is a bit more dark and serious. And this is a little bit more fun and lighthearted. And I love it. So keep your eyes peeled. You can follow Logan at Lark and Legend. He has a YouTube channel under that moniker and an Instagram account. And I think you can also already pre-save the Kickstarter or something like that. I'm not sure, but just check out his profiles. He's fabulous. Really, 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 really friendly guy. And really appreciate that this crisp anime style line work. It's very fresh. So thank you, Logan, for sending me this. I love you, and bye, bitches.